Hi, you're watching ET Markets Live. I'm Neha Vashisht. Welcome to a brand new episode of ET Market Wrap, where we decode markets every single week. Joining me today is Mr. Kranti Vatini. He is an equity strategist at Wealth Mills Securities. Thank you so much, Mr. Kranti, for taking out time and joining us today on ET Markets live stream.
Thank you, Neha. Thanks for your invitation to share my market views with you and with all the viewers of ET Markets.
We're happy to have you here. So let's start with our conversation. Let's start with markets first. After the recent rebound that we saw in the markets, do you see this as the start of a sustainable rally, or is this a technical bounce? Because we did see the markets on the downside for quite a long time. So what are your thoughts on this?
Neha, overall, if you see the broader perspective of the market, especially the headline indices, they are in a consolidation phase at the higher note. Fortnight back, we were at above 25,500 level. And from there onwards, we have witnessed a sharp decline, slowly the market inching in a negative territory. It does went to the range of 24,600. From there onwards, we can see some kind of a buying back, bouncing back, and buying interest is coming back. By and large, what we are seeing is the markets are in a range right now, and there is a notion of buy on dips, sell on rally kind of a notion. That's what we are witnessing in the market, and also the markets have been forming a kind of a technical formation of higher tops and higher lower tops and lower bottoms. Okay, this is the narrative right now. It is making lower tops and also the lower bottoms. That's what the market scenario is at this point of time. And if you are a, a perennial and also a very long term investors, this market looks very boring, tiring, and also it's going to test the patience of the investors normally, because when you buy any stock at 100, it's going to 120. There would be a sharp spurt, and if the people are waiting for some more rally in that particular stock, majority of the stocks, again, due to this range bound nature of the market, again people are witnessing the same stock at 80 rupees. So whether it does disturb the investment tendency and activity, whether the investor is ready to buy the same stock at 80 again. Okay,
Hmm.
that's what the greater question, how is accumulating. That's what
Yeah.
this scenario of the market at this point of time. By and large, markets are in a long consolidation at this point of time.
Okay, let's also talk about foreign inflows right now. 2 lakh crore rupees sell off by FIIs in 2025 so far, we've seen. How critical are foreign investor flows to near term market direction right now? And can domestic buying also offset these outflows?
One thing is, Neha, there is a commendable job done by the retail investors and the
Hmm.
domestic institutional investors. Otherwise, 2 lakhs crores, okay, selling by foreign portfolio investors means, if at all the scenario is long back, if at all it's before, I can say, 15 years back, market would have been in a bearish kind of a mode. Still, we are talking about the bullish signs, and also we are talking about the consolidation. Otherwise, it would have been a different scenario on Indian markets, thanks to the DIS and the retail investors. Coming back to your question, for a sustained, persistent bull market, it's just like if you have to
Hmm.
clap, okay, you need both the hands, DIS as well as the foreign portfolio investors. So, for a sustained
Absolutely.
bull case scenario, we need definitely the support from foreign portfolio investors. That's where the market is struggling at this point of time. The follow-on buying is, if we witness the market in the past 16 months, okay, the follow-on buying
Hmm.
is not coming at the higher range of the market. various reasons, geopolitical issues, sometimes the valuation comfort that's not giving to the foreign portfolio investors, the tariff issues, various reasons market could not able to sustain at the higher end of the market. That was the key reason for this range bound nature of the market at this point of time.
Okay. And how do you think, what kind of perfect scenario could be there which could actually get back these FII flows into the Indian market?
One thing, Neha, okay, uh, the foreign portfolio investors, even the long only funds have been in a wait and watch mode. We had this saga of tariffs imposing on India. That's creating some kind of a discomfort to the foreign portfolio investors. The rupee has been weakening. That is also one kind of a key concern for the foreign portfolio investors. By and large, the India's domestic story is intact. Our growth numbers are quite strong. The macros, domestic macros, are still remains one of the very attractive parameters for the foreign portfolio investors. But
Hmm.
these kind of medium to short term bumps and blips are creating some kind of a discomfort to the foreign portfolio investors. By and large, we have a slew of reforms, the measures the government of India have taken. We had the GST 2.0, which created a euphoria and consumption boost. And uh, yesterday, market waited for some kind of a rate cut, but RBI have not ruled out, the MPC have not ruled out any kind of rate cut in the
Hmm.
coming monetary policies, but they offered some kind
Pause.
of a comfort to in terms of the relaxing the lending norms. That has given some kind of a comfort to the market.
Hmm.
So all these measures, the GST reforms and all the measures have to translate into earnings of the companies. Okay, so
Hmm.
once the earnings takes momentum, okay, and once the earning revival, uh, if we witness in the P&Ls of the companies, so that's where you can see the confidence going up. That's where the pricing comfort, the PE comfort, that's going to come in the markets. So by
Hmm.
and large, markets are waiting for the earnings revival. That's where the market is much interested in. So all these things, whatever be the everyday activities, the government measures,
Hmm.
and the euphoria that has to translate into earnings. That's where the investors have been waiting to see the earnings comfort.
Okay, so would you agree that earnings and maybe a resolution when it comes to US and India trade deal could actually have a positive impact in terms of FIIs flows to Indian market?
Definitely, definitely. Markets are always forward-looking animals, as I always mention. So,
Hmm.
any comfort with respect to the current ongoing the tariff wars and also the earning comfort, both can give a bull case scenario for Indian markets. And also there is a changing narrative we have witnessed. There was a narrative for some time, buy India, sell China, and sell India, buy China. This
Hmm.
narrative, this pendulum has been shifting. Sell emerging markets, buy India. So this narrative has been quickly moving in the recent past, which used to be a long-term narrative. Now that has become a short-term kind of a narrative at this point of time. So to get that long-term attraction for Indian markets, what we need to
Hmm.
see is truly earning revival for the corporates in the medium to short term. That is extremely crucial for the Indian markets.
All right. Let's move on to rupee and some risks that are there for the Indian markets and India right now. So, with the rupee under pressure, how exposed are Indian markets to global macro risks like US rates and oil prices? And also, would like to add one more thing about the US government shutdown. So, altogether, how do you think Indian markets can go through this entire situation?
One thing is the rupee weakness is going to weigh on the investor sentiment, okay, despite
Hmm.
of the comfort to the exporters. But the export oriented companies also suffering because of these tariff worries. Okay, that's where the saga of negativity is originating at this point of time.
Hmm.
Coming back to your specific question to the US shutdown is concerned, how long this shutdown is going to last is important thing. I don't think so. They're going to drag further more shutdown. There would be a negotiation. President Trump administration would have forgotten their own shutdown kind of a thing while imposing tariffs on each nation. So there would be a deal he can make with the administrators in US. So by and large, this is by and large specific to US at this point of time. The shutdown is concerned. It's going to have not a major impact on the Indian markets at this point of time, but definitely whenever this shutdown news gets surfaces, the precious metals could rally. That's what we are witnessing at this point of time. We witnessed a
Yeah.
fabulous rally this year in precious metals like gold and silver. They rallied.
Hmm. Gold,
Shutdown
silver,
also
yeah.
one of the key reason for giving further wings to the prices of precious metals.
Hmm. All right, let's come to the last leg of our session, which is about the weekly outlook for the next week. What should investors or traders expect next week? What can we see in the markets for Nifty?
Yeah, Neha, as I mentioned to you, it is definitely a buy on dips and a sell on rally kind of a market. Market at a range of 24,825 at this point of time. We need to have a decisive movement of the markets for a clear cut bull case scenario of 25,000 level. Sustaining about 25,000 level is crucial for the market for the medium to short term. If market could able to sustain about 25,000 level, the direction of the market in the medium to short term would be positive. As long as market struggles below 25,000 level, that can create some kind of extra pressure that can lead to opening up the of uh, extra shorts in the market that can create pressure on the markets in the medium to short term. So next week we should see the market to rise above the range of 25,000 level. If the market could able to sustain that range, that can be a bull case scenario for the market for medium to short term. But as long as the markets are below 25,000 level, the pressure of selling in the market is going to get continued.
All right. Well, this marks the end of our segment for today. Thank you so much, Mr. Kranti, for joining us today on ET Markets live stream. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you, Neha. It's always my pleasure to share my views with you and with all the viewers of ET Markets. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.